The new school year has begun. But with Junichi, you're not funny at all. Because everyone around you has a couple. And you still have the FA, so you're bored. Junichi has 3 best friends, Shinpei, Keigo, and Minoru. These guys are also FA. Like you, so look at the whole class. That salary makes young people. Shinpei is very spicy. The mouth says to study, but in my heart I want a lover. At first, you thought you'd get a girlfriend in high school. It's as easy as eating porridge, and so far there hasn't been a shoulder-wringing love. If you're talking, the neighbor should. So next door you go. Said that his mother asked me to give Junichi lunch. Looking at this soul, I know this is a good person. But young Junichi, he said this is not his style. Baby, when he heard that, he angrily called Junichi a BA and left for class. Even if you don't like it, but your best friends love it. Asked Junichi, how could you have such a beautiful friend without introducing us? Whole bunch, he was sitting there, and another person appeared. This girl is Cassie. She was in your class last year. I hope to be closer to you this year as Junichi. Start dreaming about the future. Just left, young man. Shinpei runs through people's house evaluation. She is both smart and beautiful. It's like the female lead in a manga. Unfortunately, there are only 2 hills. These people are still reading books 18 plus Ra. In some way. Junichi listened to the parable. I have a friend who picked up the book and is going to open it. This time, the Gyaru girl in the classroom appeared that startled him, dropped the book, counted through pickup, but she was hurt, step on it, and look at you like the bottom of society. It was so sad to know that the girl named Yukana. Your friends are planning to go after her. Junichi thought back to the last scene. Let's say this. Distortion occurs. But the Shinpei countered. That girls are easy these days, so you don't have to worry. Just like that, you think it's time to get some meat. After a while of planning, the friends decided to let you be the one to approach. She even encouraged you to just get down on your knees and beg. Please, we'll succeed. Junichi, I believe what Shinpei said is true. He even prepared a letter for Yukana to give to Keigo. Into her shoe cabinet. Back to Yukana. When I got the letter, I refused the invitation to sing. Karaoke best friend. Go to the back of the school to meet him. You can't believe your friends are forcing you down this road. After a thought, he knelt down and asked Ikana to be his girlfriend. It looks boring. Yukana looked back at him and said 2 disgusting words. Junichi also guessed that he had lost 7 times. Maybe this will come the next day. Every student in the school. And no girl dares to talk to you until graduation. But actually Yukana's idea. You shouldn't get down on your knees and pray like that. And she also asked why Junichi confessed to her. You don't know how to answer that. And you can't show that what you're doing is peeling. Maybe you can, but this. Yukana figured it out and said she's always on top of it. Be wary of things like that. Junichi didn't expect to be held by her like that. You thought, the prospect of being shunned by the girls. It's a blind future. I told him to stand up and talk. But I was struck in the eye by this scene. Can you stand up? Yukana also discovered what you were looking at. Sit down so you can watch. I don't know why you're starting to like me. Being so close to Yukana makes you feel shy. That's why she also found out that you're a virgin. I can't believe a girl is playing like that. Junichi, desperate to leave, he was suddenly held back by the Yukana. She pressed him against the wall and agreed to Junichi's confession. Now the young man has a lover. But Junichi was a little worried because he thought, Yukana is up to something. On my way to school the next day, then your waffle brothers come. I'm sorry about yesterday, and I thought you were hurt. Yukana Stone merciless. He also said that if Junichi, there are LAN rumors, even if you're bad at school, you will always be your brother. She was so excited that suddenly Yukana sent a message. So what's wrong with you from now on? These guys can't believe you sawed her down. Shinpei then turned to ask him if he had switched tongues with Yukana. We haven't known each other for a day, and yet, it's bad what you get. I just heard Shinpei. You say your imagination flies away. See, Junichi was also delighted when his best friend asked him to lead him. Yukana go karaoke. Everything has to have its own sequence. Usually people will watch the karaoke bar. It's like a motel. So you're free to act there. That sounds ridiculous, but it's convincing. After a brain scan, the Shinpei, he was bleeding and passed out. Then he went to class and met Cassie. She looks as gentle as ever. But where did Yukana come from? Have you seen the picture I sent you this morning? It was a bit of a surprise to see the 2 of you together. Yukana announced that she and Junichi were dating. It makes everyone else shocked to turn their mouth. After school, your brothers left first. Junichi didn't understand why he was treated that way. Obviously, the plan was set up by us. Now that you have a lover, you're back. The Tree Brothers. As soon as he left, Yukana came running. Turn the scene to Nini. He was waiting outside when he saw Junichi and Yukana. Put your hands together. When you find out you're dating, you call Junichi BA. Kei then run away angry. After a while, Yukana takes you to karaoke. This is called Not Invited and has been invited. Suddenly, every word of the Shinpei appeared in his mind. This is a green light. Yukana said she wanted to sing today. Your friends are busy, so I asked you. Then I'm just a replacement. But maybe this is a date too. Hearing what Yukana said made Junichi blush. Inside, I don't know what to do. You can even see a note warning you not to do anything stupid. It's leaking, so the four-eyed guy's words are standard. Junichi, I can't believe this girl took that leap of faith. Makes you think about what you do in the evening with her. But you also quickly wake up. Maybe I think too much, because you see it. Yukana is just focusing on singing. Junichi is still wondering if... I know what song to sing. You only know a few songs in anime, and you're worried. Yukana will think she's a guy. Webu, at the bottom of society. Junichi chose too long, so Yukana ran over to help him. But when she chooses the anime you like, it's a surprise. They both sat and sang together. Right now, Yukana. If you feel hot, take off your outer jacket. So all the Shinpei reminders have been won. You are determined to turn to her. But without kissing, suddenly, Yukana interrupts to say, you have a hairy nose. That's a shame. She then went out to the bathroom. But I'm actually afraid. When he left, Junichi looked like he had no life left. See, Yukana, I have to give you the power back. Next time out. From a distance, my best friend. You saw the scene just now. I don't know what that means. To episode BA today. When you get home, you get a friend's love letter. If you see that, who is it? 2 lines of tears asked why you were so lucky. Junichi doesn't know what to do. Because now if you go, the meeting point will be considered NTRI Yukana. But the sympathizer, he said that if he didn't go there, he would be hated by the sender. Let people eat butter. So you finally have to go there. I can't believe a little girl. Let's meet Ra. This is Yukana's best friend. But you still haven't realized who you are. Suddenly, she came forward and called him a virgin. Then they attacked Junichi. When your little heart. If you can't stand it, you're lucky to have Yukana. Go to the rescue. Now you know that you two are friends. Look at the 2 girls standing there. How can a boy stand each other like that? After a while, Yukana escaped and ran back to Junichi's place. She said she'll leave with you today and leave before Janko. Say goodbye to the 2 of you. But quickly, change your attitude. That night, he received a message from Yukana. Go out with Janko. So the next day, we went out together. But Junichi, there was a feeling that Zanko was preventing him and Yukana from getting along. Nene was on the way to see this and thought you were. Do you like to ski? 3 people later went to a clothing store. Junichi was chosen by the young woman. When I saw that, I imagined the scene where she was dressed and do things that aren't clean. Then, you choose the white one, but you show up and say the other one suits you better. I don't want to take any more. Later, the 2 girls try on clothes and come out to show you. I don't have 4 boxes of milk. Yukana looks pretty sulky right now. Because you can't praise anything, you can only praise it. Raise in my chest. In the end, I didn't buy any. But just outside, Yukana was suddenly blocked by 2 perverts. A boyfriend like you, of course. You have to stand up to protect her. Then who suspects love so lightly pushed by them is falling. I finally had to let her go. You take these guys down an alley. There are no people for them. A battle. Junichi found himself miserable on the way home. He thought he had to become stronger to protect the Yukana. At his door, Junichi saw. You're standing there. She led you into the house. You don't know if this is her house or mine. Junichi didn't understand Esaojang either. She kept looking at herself like that. Suddenly, she approached him and asked Junichi, do something bad with me. Zanko told you to leave Yukana, so I can remove the stamp for Cho, but it's distorted. Your girlfriend is number 1. No one can replace her. You want Yukana to do that to you. But Zanko's attitude turned 180 degrees. You can't let a guy like you have bad intentions with Yukana. Junichi wondered if this sister had feelings. With my girlfriend or SAO. At this moment, Yukana opened the door and burst in. See Zanuko's attitude today. It was strange, so I guess something happened. Fortunately, the last conversation, Yukana didn't hear it. Zanuko said that he was just trying out young Junichi. So fortunately, there was no argument. Yukana also said that she loves Zanuko, and she was very touched. The next day at school, you are threatened by her as usual. She told him not to tell his feelings. Cho Yukana, you agree. This taxi, you are upset because you like someone other than yourself. Start episode 4. So far, Cassie's seen the world revolve around her. Everyone next to you is just a public figure, in Cassie's eyes. And one day a dog shows up wagging its tail. Looks very loyal. No one else is our young Junichi. You're surfing the internet as usual tonight. Want to learn about girls? Then you see a girl appear. Chai looks so cute. The next day, the taxi to school was greeted. But in your eyes, they're just servants. The butler is cleaning the board. It's quite unbearable to add a maid to the garden. Everything's fine, except for the ones that are based over there. Junichi's friends recently. I'm following a girl online. Keigo boasted that this girl is cute. Then you realize, this is the girl I saw on the live stream yesterday. Boy Senpai. When I looked at her, I saw that she was a bit familiar. But I can't remember where Ra met him. At noon, you can eat with Yukana. Of course, your brain is starting again, dreaming about being intimate with her. But there's no distortion, because Zanko's still here. Look at the thigh. How dare you act with those scary eyes? Right now, Cassie came over and said she had something to tell you. Zanko here realized something, and quickly sent her away. Young Junichi doesn't know anything. Goodbye to her. Janik, I asked him what his relationship with the taxi was. Although it looks good, but Janiko realized the taxi was just pretending. After school, Yukana went home with his friend, so he couldn't follow. I was bored when suddenly a taxi appeared. I asked you to help me get some stuff. If you look at this expression and look, I refuse. Okay. You agree, but SAO comes to the bar like this. Young Junichi still can't believe an exemplary person like her would cheat on you. Junichi's dark head started working again. You're connected to the taxi scene. Go out and do something intimate with me. But wake up, Grandpa. The reason the taxi called you here was to ask Junichi about it. Yukana over here. Shinpei Youth Review, the videos of the girl streamer. I discovered something in the morning. The next morning, Junichi went to Yukana class without even saying hello. I saw Cassie running to grab your arm. Yukana was quite jealous of the sight in front of her. Shinpei boy. When I was outside, I captured the scene. And then he called his friends out and announced some very shocking news. Shinpei pulled out 2 photos of Taxi and Kia female streamer. When you look closely, you see that the two of you have a lot in common. It's also recording. What she said was now enough to confirm. You're both the same person. Where did you suddenly come out from? I find this very interesting, so please join me. Go home. The taxi is still clinging to you, making Yukana unhappy. I'm going to meet you on the school roof today. I like Junichi. I want you to break up Yukana and go out with me. She brought you up here at first, which made you quite happy. But when you hear about the breakup of Yukana, then you can't do it. Cassie is starting to roll. You are just a dog, and you dare to argue with the owner. I want you to pay attention to me forever. Junichi now understood what was going on. Cassie told you not to do what I told you. Show this video to Yukana. Are in a situation of thousands of pounds hanging leg hairs. Time. You and your brothers show up. Jang, she approached Cassie and said out the name of the female streamer Kia. Now Cassie's starting to panic. I can't believe my identity has been revealed. So she gave him back the video memory card. Just now and leave. And Junichi, still standing there, not knowing what's going on. Later he came back with Yukana. He explained that he had only helped recently. Cassie's working. Yukana told you not to say that. Because you dare not do anything. Why should you worry about your girlfriend? The next morning, Junichi was sleeping when he dreamed of being called up by Yukana. This is just a dream, so play it big. Put your hands out now and always. But why does this feel so real? When I open my eyes, I see that I'm being squeezed, but I'm not. Yukana, while twisting, knows baby Loli. What are the big breasts in front of you? This is my next-door neighbor. Just change the hair color. I didn't recognize people. Later on the way to school, so hold hands. You let Yukana see this. I don't know what's going to happen. Minoru saw Loli and lit up her eyes. But when you know, she's only a year younger than me, and she's an old woman. I just like to get through my new age. It's hard to understand. Then it's Shinpei's turn. It's confusing. I don't know why you have a girlfriend. And girls keep coming in. That old childhood script you wrote. Why does this guy still enjoy it? I saw 2 hills pressing against your hand. Make Shinpei and Keigo. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran back to the first class. Later I met a taxi. She's talking to you normally. It's like nothing ever happened. But suddenly she smelled. I can smell another girl on you. At this point, Nini appeared. I saw that my sister's face was a little irritated, so I lied. A few taxis made her finish listening. But because a friend called in, Cassie had to leave. Junichi is like a dead body right now. I don't understand why things have been so complicated lately. Lucky to have been. Yukana went to charge up and didn't faint here. The guys you see, you enjoy it so much. But the Minoru, he doesn't care because he only likes Loli. It even shows off the map. Where are the girls? Let the Shinpai see them. Later, you will be caught by them. If the FBI catches you, don't call us your brothers. At lunchtime, you're fed by Yukana. I think I've gone a few steps further, but when I look at my sister Zanuko, if you sit right next to me, you'll be right back. Suddenly Nene ran to embrace him. You're licking the crumbs on Junichi's cheek. It makes my blood boil a little. To a girl, if you lick your cheek in front of your girlfriend, you know the number. But lucky, Yukana still recognizes Nene, and thought she was Junichi's sister. Nene saw her sister introduce herself as his girlfriend. It's not funny. Tell her to get on her knees and put 2 grapefruits in. Yukana, I know you're bigger. If you see that, you can have fun with the 2 of you. For a while, Nene couldn't take it anymore, so she was ashamed to back off. After you said that, Junichi can't have a girlfriend. Yukana is taking advantage of you. Yukana is a little annoying to hear. She called, Junichi is not famous, but he has a lot of good points. So it's no wonder you have a girlfriend. Nene could not argue with him, so she left angrily. Junichi just watched Cassie's live stream that night. Then go to bed, but suddenly he felt something moving in his blanket. When I opened it, I saw Nene lying naked. She wants you to be her first. Before her invitation, he refused and helped Nene cover up her body. You don't want to take advantage of her and make Yukana sad. Nene remembered the old promise of the 2 of you, is a little sad. She then left, and you're stuck on this until the next morning. When Yukana saw that, she hugged him, pressed against my 2 grapefruit. Nene suddenly appeared to separate the 2 Ra. She doesn't seem to care about yesterday anymore. If you can't be my girlfriend, you're in my harem. So starting episode 6 today, Junichi went to class like every day. Suddenly, he was asked by the Shinpei to play a game. Between men and women. He wants you to invite Yukana and her friends to play with him. Especially playing at her house. She promised she'll help you get closer to her. But let's take a look. Everyone knows what our main goal is. Later, thinking about this. So, you don't pay attention to what your lover is saying. I thought she was angry, but fortunately, she was comforting. Right now, he said he wanted to come to her house after school. Yukana was a little embarrassed, but agreed. When I heard about you, if you ask more friends to come with you, you get upset. Junichi saw her change her attitude suddenly. I don't know why. It's hard to understand. Ra, you wait for her at the school gate. Think about what I did with her, before everyone comes. It makes you quite happy. I was getting drunk when suddenly Cassie appeared right next to me. She knew you were going to Yukana's house, but still asked for fun. She reminded me that I was free today. Junichi understood the idea of inviting people's children. Later you go to her house, but you have to wait outside the room for Yukana to change. You think you're a man, so I can't help but peek. They are planning to open the door. Yukana has changed her clothes and came out to invite you in. This is the first time you've ever been in your girlfriend's room. I've seen her in her everyday clothes. More. Yukana knows you're looking at me, so cover your hands. She said that her parents are not home today. Now you know what she means. If you don't invite your friends, now there's only 2 of you together. That's really stupid. There's no way to get around this, because the friends are over. Should not be. Now run to. Hold your hand. He said you can touch my chest if you want. Cassie ran back to you. It's about running back and kicking Junichi a few meters away. Soon after, your brothers came. But what kind of outfit is this? Shinpei sent me here to find Asuna. Keigo is dressed as a gangster. And finally the Minoru. 2 more flutes without knowing what to do. Then it's all over, so introduce them always. Now the sympathizer invites everyone to play the King's Order game. When the kids finish listening, they start. The plan also agreed to play. The first is Keigo as king. He ordered 2 slaps and Junichi ate a chef's. I don't know if I want to drown or help people. Second turn Yukana as king. She ordered number 1 to introduce herself in baby language. This time it's Kaxi. That's how cute it looks. The third time Cassie was king. She ordered number 6 to make a charming pose. Nene saw that and was excited to do it. Young men in the room. I look at this scene with all my eyes. Next time the Shinpei plans to give you and Yukana. He kissed her, and Keigo did the same. I see Junichi, a little hesitant to take advantage of girls like that. When he finished, Shinpei became king. He ordered number 1 to kiss the king, and 3 and 2 to kiss. I think this time I'm sure. Who expects to hit those numbers is based on the whole bunch. Then, Junichi changed everyone's cards. You can't let them fall into your hands. These banana brothers can do it. But that's why you have to kiss the Shinpei. They were digging holes to bury each other. But Yukana also recognized it all. Thank you for saving everyone. Ikana invited the whole summer to go to the beach together. If you have too much money, you can work more. Always close the deal, no more hesitation. 41 days countdown for joint sea voyage with the sisters. You've all been drinking to celebrate this trip. Now I need to find a job to save money. Simba boy, don't worry, the young man has found a place. Our job is to work in a bookstore. It seems like the boss here is a little hot-headed. Minoru works as a nanny in a kindergarten. If the police arrest you, don't complain. And the work of Junichi is working as a chef in a maid cafe. It's a coincidence that you met Yukana's group are working here. The manager went out to look at the sisters with perverted faces. But because he's your boss, what can you do? And then everybody started doing their part. Add a little moe to make it cute. As for Jang, it is not a discussion. In such cases, I also come to the station. Always the shinpai. Once you get used to the job, do it as a machine. So the boss found no fault for arresting the young man all day. Junichi enters the room and finds Cassie changing. I can't tell you enough to know that she gave me a knock. The air conditioner is still broken. Yukana saw the water bottle on the table and drank it. Who suspects that the water bottle is from Junichi, who is drinking badly? Maybe that's also considered a kiss. Then you open it for a sip. Who knew that Mrs. Jiang would open the door? It startled Junichi, dropping the bottle. It's boring. Not long after, because of his work, the guy, Shinpei, has been promoted to temporary manager. People are like that, try to save money to prepare for the upcoming sea voyage. The girls will have to wear school uniforms today. I have to read the books on this table for my clients. Cassie tried to read a paragraph and found that the content was a bit stuck. This is no different than 210. She told me to go to work for a while and then ran out. If you see that, Nine, pick it up and read it. I thought Junichi was a little excited. So you read to the doc. That sounds pretty inspiring, but let Jiang read it. Let's hear it. Junichi and Yukana sitting next to him were all red. Now the manager comes in. Junichi accused him of going too far. If you want me to quit my job, what do you do? I thought this time I was flying. The taxi goes into the manager, has the superior's phone. When the blame is over, it's over. So today's event has been cancelled. Just a taxi. Go out and inform the owner of the shop and tell them to rest assured. This month's salary was also received. So people don't have to go to work after today. All the way back to Yukana, looking at you. Junichi asked Seo Yukana to keep looking at me like that. She said you were cool today and thanked Junichi. Upcoming sea trip. Even though everyone goes together, Yukana, only 2 people want to work. I don't know what to do, but we'll know when we get there. After several days of visiting, they all arrived at the beach. Your paradise is not here. Minoru only likes to watch girls. Jiang, she stepped out to make Shinpai and Keigo. All eyes lit up. Next is the serious girl then. Lowly big boobs, but that superfood usually comes last. For Junichi, your girlfriend is the real thing. After a while, he packed the taxi and Yukana. Call to play, what are you waiting for? But you can't go out and forget about it. Right now, the taxi also carried a water gun with everyone. This party BA youth is based. I'm sitting in the corner looking after the girls. Injustice, but seeing the scene in front of you is worth it. Junichi and the girls are playing ball together. But when the ball gets in Zanko's hand, she gives you a shot. This is intentional, not accidental. Then Yukana and Zanko ran to buy some stuff. And you're being pulled by Nini and Cassie solo. While having fun, he noticed Yukana's group. 2 men are coming to talk to me. You suddenly come closer, realize that you have no right. Forbid her from talking to others. But as soon as Yukana saw you, she ran back. Hold your hand and thank you. Junichi, help me get rid of those 2 guys. When he returned, Zanko and Yukana asked him to apply sunscreen. It's a little hot in the eyes. After a psychological struggle, he got his hands on it. But it's just sunscreen. Do you need such stimulation? Here, your crayfish brothers are talking. To prepare to make a plan. But this has to be convincing. You can do it. The sisters were about to take a shower that night when the Shinpai and the crew started to implement the plan. They want Junichi to peek at the girls bathing them. He gave you a package and persuaded Junichi to join him. If you don't want to, you can stay. Think for a moment. Junichi has agreed to join, but the goal is to stop them. And the Minoru, he's going to the bathroom because he thinks there'll be girls there. A group of women worry that they are being watched. It is Ging. She reassured her that the security at the women's bathroom is very strict. Tell them not to worry. While the sisters are playing above, the group is based, it's moving down. They found the alarm that the innkeeper had set up. That is, Junichi used that point deliberately to get himself discovered. But they're all held by the Shinpei, already in hand. It's just pretending. This is to check if you are a traitor or not. They're chasing you, but unfortunately, Junichi fell off the cliff. Shinpei boy called Keigo. You don't have to worry because you're too long to die. They took that opportunity and went straight to the ladies' bathroom. But who suspected the real trap, that the innkeeper, teeth out before? Shinpei accidentally got shot by the landlord. So I left the job to Keigo. But who expected this guy to step on me and make it explode? On the other hand, you guys think it's fireworks. Later, Junichi woke up and found himself in his arms. Yukana just went to the beach to light fireworks and accidentally met you. Minoru was knocked unconscious in the bathroom. I see too much lowly. Shinpei and Keigo. He was found unconscious behind a mountain. Although it's fun to go out with people, Yukana wants to have a date with just the two of you. I want to go out with you next time. After the trip, the two of you left together. By chance, Yukana met an old acquaintance. He's Mitarai Yukana's childhood classmate Chung. You two look like you're talking to each other, like a couple, and you're left on one side as heir. When people ask, Yukana just introduced you as my boyfriend. It's a little late to make you sad. Both then left. But looking at this young man is dangerous. And then you're imagining what happened between you two. It seems a bit too much, banging his head on the pole next to him. When I saw Junichi, Yukana tried to make him happy. But think again, Yukana is so beautiful. I had a previous relationship with that guy. There's nothing strange about it. You're starting to feel bad about yourself. And said, maybe you should be ashamed. Sometimes I have a boyfriend like you. After hearing those words, she let go of his hand. Junichi really thought that. Didn't get a reply. Yukana didn't say a word and left first. Junichi was bored the next day in class. Your brothers are the opposite. I just went to the beach with some sympathetic girls. If you don't say a word, you say something. Then talk to your brothers. Junichi told me about his story yesterday. After listening, they also saw that the name Mitarai was dangerous in the kitchen. In this case, there is only D. It sounds really scary, but now you've been fed butter by Yukana. You want to talk to her, and Yukana ignores you. You didn't say a word. When you leave, you want to go back with her. But Yukana refused and gave an excuse. I'm going out with a friend today. I can see why you were dumped by your girlfriend. The brothers are so happy. They then took him to karaoke to get his spirits up. But to shake the spirit, there's only more depression. You're always under the illusion of being Yukana. I'm with you again. Shinpei has to beat you up. With some mouth dancing, Junichi feels so excited. If you wake up, do some writing, brother. After a while of shouting, they all left. He decided that he would make up with Yukana tomorrow. But I accidentally saw this scene. It's boring. The next day on the way to school, think about it. You sigh again. Yukana is running back to talk to you. She thought Junichi had rethought it. That day, and I'm sorry I ignored you yesterday, Junichi still doesn't understand SAO. Yukana cheated on me and had so much fun. You start feeling guilty about yourself and complaining. Yukana, don't make fun of me. Maybe it'd be better if this stopped. After saying that, Junichi ran away. The two then went to class, and Cassie, I can see the change between you and her. After school, Cassie called him to the roof. She asked about his recent relationship with Yukana. I see you saying so many things. Cassie recognizes Junichi. I'm just thinking about myself, without caring about how Yukana feels. You call yourself a selfish person, and now I'm no longer worthy to be your servant. On the way home, Nene came to talk to him. I see you are sad. She also asked, and Junichi told her why. I should have told you to marry me like that. She said you weren't as cool as you used to be, and left. You've been thinking about this a lot that night. Then, Junichi has called his friends to meet tomorrow to discuss something. The next day, Yukana, they also gathered the sisters together to talk about their story. Junichi, without saying a word, was already crying. See Yukana, so her time is pretty nasty. She ran to find young Junichi to settle the matter. Ask the brothers what they think of you. They call you a bad fool. You're a virgin again. That's the Waffle Brothers. At this point, Jang ran to you. She asked why Junichi was treating Yukana that way. She always puts you first. Sometimes your friends even ask you out, but Yukana still chooses you. Junichi also considers himself a selfish person. So you don't want any boys approaching his girlfriend. If you want to apologize, I'll give you a chance. Right now, a group of students are opening the door, headed by young Mitarai friend Chung of Yukana. They just opened their mouths. They're talking about Yukana and the real purpose of this guy approaching her. Just to give you a pair of horns. Sanko was quite bitter after listening, but Junichi stopped him. You then went to the table. He asked the young man to take back his words. I'm surprised to see you here, Mitarai. But he still spoke ill of Yukana and told Junichi to be careful. Because you're just a shell guy. That sounds a little creepy. Whatever you say, you don't care. But touching Yukana is not enough for you. The group then led each other out for martial arts. But you haven't hit a shot, you've been named. Mitarai for a fight. If you can't use your hands and feet, you bite with your mouth. The whole group then rushed in and hit you. No matter what, you won't leave. But when he promised he wouldn't touch Yukana, then you let go. I can't believe it's so easy to trust people. They just let that guy go, and they're coming at you. While thousands of pounds hang their legs. Time. You showed up to solve it. It's a little crowded for you, though. Fortunately, Junichi's cinnamon brothers came. You can't let a bunch of guys beat a girl. They then encouraged him to run for Yukana. He called her but couldn't find her. Junichi texted to see you, and Yukana's still upset about you. You don't know Junichi's feelings. Is it true for me anymore? Nene is sure it's undeniable, and Cassie encouraged Yukana to ask you. According to the words of the two Yukana, who then ran to find you. Now you two realize why you're helping. My enemy is like this. I don't understand. Here's a bunch of Mitarai being fed to their mouths. Right now, there's a little girl running. Mitarai took the opportunity to run away, but accidentally knocked that girl down. Minoru then ran back to pick her up. The young man did not know he was about to be in danger. Fuck you guys. You touch me, I don't know. It's a little wrong for you to touch lowly. Minoru quickly turned out after Mitarai. He ran off his slippers. In the end, she was still with Jang. Give me a good shot so I won't commit a crime next time. Junichi is still waiting for Yukana to arrive. I haven't seen you yet. In the evening, the Yukana appeared. You got down on your knees and asked Yukana, make my girlfriend again. At first you only think for yourself. Your confession is due to the arrangement of your friends. But now, Junichi, I realize that my feelings for you are real. Yukana told you to stand up and don't say that. Because you two broke up, you're confessing. After a while, Yukana asked him out somewhere. You go home and change your clothes. You used to choose in the store. We went to the amusement park together. Because Yukana still remembers his wish at sea. It feels like there's only two people left. Finished playing, Yukana took you to the photo shoot for couples. You're in a shooting room. I saw two people kissing in there. That's a good thing. At this point, Yukana also appeared, dragging him inside. I want to take a kiss with you. But I suspect she's fooled me. It's a real hometown. When Ra went back to Yukana to meet him next year, we came here again. You also agree, if she could say a few words, she would run and kiss him. After practicing, Yukana running away is always alone. Junichi was still standing there. The next day, everything was back to normal. Your love story with Yukana continues like this. The anime is only here, but the manga is still there. Anyone who wants to see it can try it. My video also stops here. If you like the video, say goodbye.